Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Moltrap, and I have just woken up from a nap, and I figured I should do some commentaries here. So here I am, and I am this is a game that I couldn't really skip, and I'm sure that fans that know me well enough saw this game and were like, "Oh, I'll bet Moltrap's gonna do that game." Because yes, this is in fact Jaedong versus Oversky. There are the men themselves. Jaedong on the left, Oversky on the right. You notice their score at the bottom. Jaedong has won 3 of their encounters, and Oversky has won 1 of their encounters. And one of those 3 wins that Jaedong has was really close. If Jaedong wasn't such a complete and utter beast, then it would be 2-2 between these guys right now, because they are that close sometimes. Jaedong, obviously the better player, but still, Oversky, very underrated, is just really good ZVZ when he wants to, and he just can bust it out with the best of them, and it's just a really great ZVZ, and he, like I said, he's one of the few people in the past, year that's been able to beat Jaedong in ZVZ, and it doesn't happen very often, and sometimes it happens, but it's a fluke, or a build order win or something like that, but because when it was Oversky, it was you know, his skill, he earned it. It was not a fluke at all. And here we go with the game getting underway. Very excited to see how this one is going to turn out. I really hope Oversky can pull out another win, just because, again, a very underrated guy in general, and I always want him to succeed. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Oh, I guess they're going to change the colors. Good. So, Jaedong's the yellow Zerg here, in the top leftish area, and Oversky is going to be in red at the 6 o'clock area, I guess 7 maybe. Excuse me, and this is Neo Medusa. First of all, I have to, okay, before the game gets too far into it here, well, first of all, I'll point out that Oversky actually is going to have a little bit of a scouting advantage, since his Overlord is going towards Jaedong's base. Jaedong's Overlord not going towards Oversky's base, so he's going to have a little bit of an earlier scouting advantage there. And I'm expecting both these guys to go for pretty early builds. 12 hatches, you know, it's a very close map. 12 hatches are going to be really hard to pull off. So I'm expecting 9 pools or over pools, or 12 pools at the most is what I'm thinking. Again, just because these players are so close. Sometimes against another player you might see him do 12 hatch anyway. But I might be wrong. We'll have to see. See what happens when this Overlord pops. Looks like neither has gone for an early pool, so we are going to have a fairly even game. No one's going to 9 pool versus 12 hatch and just automatic builder to win. So we'll see what happens. But Jaedong, looks like Jaedong is going for 12 something. Well, they're obviously going for 12 something because neither of them has gotten a pool yet. So Jaedong going for probably, let's see, no, is he going to go for a pool or a hatchery? And oh wow, Oversky is going to go for a hatchery actually, and Jaedong's going for the pool and gas. This could be very bad for Oversky. He needs to get his pool down really quick. I mean, that's exactly what he's going to do. Next, he's going to get down his pool and his gas, and we're almost certain of it. But this could be bad for Oversky because his pool is going to be in a little bit later. Now, it also could be good for him, depending on how the timing goes. There's the pool going down for Oversky and the gas, just as I said. Dang it, I wanted to talk about some other random stuff. This game, I knew I wasn't going to have time for it, but I was hoping I could. Anyway, I'll try and put it in a nutshell really quick here. You know, like I said, I've been busy lately, and I apologize. They've got a lot of food there. So I apologize, I haven't done too many commentaries. It's kind of like I've taken the season off almost, because I didn't even realize it was the round of 8 in the Star Leagues, to be completely honest. And you know, I just kind of haven't been doing much. I haven't been following the scene that well. And usually that's something I pride myself on, is my commentating is that I know how the players are doing. So I have to admit that I don't have too much of a concept of how these guys have been doing lately. Just because normally I watch every single televised game, and lately I've been watching, you know, just a few a week. And so I'm sorry that I'm not really on top of things as much as I could be. Anyway, so but I'm done with my temp job. Yay! Congratulations to me, and it couldn't have been too soon. And so I'm going to be doing some more commentary soon, hopefully. Although I have to do job hunting for real jobs as well. So that'll take up some of my time, and hopefully I'll get a real job, and then I'll really be busy. But in the meantime, I'm going to try and do some more this week. Although I am going down to Comic-Con, probably. Gonna be visiting Diggity and going to Comic-Con there. And so that might take up some of my time for most of this week. Anyway, but wow, so Oversky has gotten his Zerglings out in time. Spire going down now for Jaedong. If Oversky can get his Spire down before too long, then he'll still be in golden shape. I didn't notice exactly the timing of his lair, so I'm not. There it goes. Lair is out. He needs to put down that Spire. There goes the Spire immediately as well. So he's going to be in good shape, and he was able to get the economic advantage from going for the 12 hatch, and Jaedong by going for the 12 pool and then into a hatchery. He's got he's got similar economics, but not quite as much of an economy as Oversky does. So Oversky is actually in good shape here. Now Jaedong, of all people, if this was most other Zergs, I would say Jaedong is good enough to overcome that build order deficit. But against Oversky is the caliber of player that might be able to actually use that build order deficit and take the game here. We're going to have to see if he's going to be able to do that. Jaedong's building a lot of Zerglings, so Oversky is not going to be able to use that early advantage, economic advantage for a Zergling attack here. Both players, in fact, just having to build a ton of Zerglings just to make sure they don't get overrun by Zerglings by the other. And here goes, whoa, almost a huge attack there. That was close. And Jaedong chasing, and he's going to surround some of Oversky's Zerglings. Oversky's going to sneak 2 Zerglings in, though, and try and kill some drones. Now here comes the big engagement. There are a ton of Zerglings engaged in battle here. I think Jaedong had a little bit better positioning, and it really showed. His positioning really worked to his advantage. It looks like Oversky actually capped a drone or two at that natural expansion, though, and he is having to go in full retreat with his Zerglings. He's having to spawn more Zerglings. It looks like he's probably going to be able to hold off this push of Zerglings. I don't see any more from Jaedong on the minimap. Never mind, there are some more there. He actually is sending in more, so Oversky's actually in a little bit of trouble. He needs to have more Zerglings. He's just trying to engage and fall back, engage and fall back, engage and fall back. Try and not lose too many Zerglings of his own, but keep Jaedong's Zerglings off of his hatchery. He's going to have one more opportunity to do that, but Jaedong is not going to let this advantage go. He's sending in more Zerglings. The hatchery is going to go down. It's almost down. The hatchery goes down. Hatchery goes down for Jaedong, for Oversky. And that is just horrible. And then, wow. So I was saying, I thought Oversky was the caliber player to overcome the Jaedongness and use that economic advantage that he should have gained. You know, just a little bit, just one minor positioning mistake with his Zerglings, and Oversky's Zergling army gets overrun, and then his base gets overrun, and that's pretty much game now. Oversky probably made another couple mutas. He's probably making another Spire, or actually he could be going for Spores or something like that. But he's pretty much out of the game now. You can't come back from this kind of a situation against Jaedong. It just doesn't, it's just not possible. I mean, anything's possible, but yeah. See, Jaedong's got some Scourge out. He's just gonna try and slowly pick off those few Mutalisks that Oversky managed to get, or at least keep them occupied. And then once Jaedong gets a few extra Mutalisks, there's not going to be much Oversky can do. And here comes, this is pretty much it. Landing a single Scourge, landing another Scourge, popped another, and finishing up the last. So basically, Oversky's only recourse right now is trying to do some all-in Zerglings, I guess. Oh, no, he's going to try and make a Spire, but I don't think Jaedong's going to let him live long enough. So again, seriously, I mean, take my word for it, Oversky, very, very good player. It's just that Jaedong is so good, and he had that one advantage in that one Zergling fight that just, you know, gave him the advantage for the whole game, and that's all there was really to it. But I have to admit, I guess as much of a fanboy of Oversky as I am, I have to admit that he didn't put up as good of a showing as I was expecting and as I was touting him, so I apologize for that misrepresentation, but see, he's managed to be really annoying with just a few Zerglings here. Good job on him, and I'm not sure what exactly his plan is here with no drones. Okay, he's got a GG now. He's only got one Zergling, and that's to his name. Anyway, maybe I'm not sure what he's hoping. There we go. There's GG. Man, so disappointing. Sorry, Oversky. Anyway, that was one set of Ace versus Oz, and in case anyone was wondering. And there's a little bit of time left on the video, So I guess I'll just say again that I'm going to try and do some more commentaries. I still have this rant in my head that I've been planning on inserting into a longer game about newspapers and crap like that. And I've been wanting to say, but I keep not being able to because like the game starts and then I've been doing the few games I have been commentating have been pretty action packed, so I haven't really had a chance to. Anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Look out for a few more commentaries here soon. I've already done one recently on Violet Attack Dual Rise on another Boxer game, and Boxer game. And then, anyways, all right, see you later. Take care.